Hello, this is Chetana. Welcome back to my channel, that is Brilliant Botany by Chetana Reddy. So today I have come up with a very easy as well as interesting topic, that is plant tissue culture. Before entering into the main topic, let me tell you some basic lines which comes under the plant tissue culture. Okay, see, plant tissue culture, the main aim of the plant tissue culture is the growth of more and more number of plants in the aseptic condition or in the controlled condition. So this is what is called as plant tissue culture. The main aspect of plant tissue culture is this. So here we are using the capability of a cell. So what's that capability? Cell has provided with the one beautiful potentiality it has, so that is, it has capability of growing into an entire new plant. So that gives you the sense of totipotency. Okay, so here it is totipotency. This totipotency is nothing but the genetic potentiality of a cell to grow into an entire new plant, or it is a capability of a single cell to grow into an entire new plant is what is called as totipotency. So how is it possible? How this cell has got such a beautiful potentiality inside it? So let's see how. So yes, consider this as a cell. Okay, so this cell, when it is placed in a culture medium, and you know this concept very well. Yeah, so when it is placed in a culture medium, it grows into an entire new plant. Okay, so this is the capacity of a cell. In case of plant tissue culture, actually this cell is called as explant. So explant is nothing but a part of a plant body which has been selected for the process of plant tissue culture, or which has been selected to grow that cell or a plant into an entire new plant. Okay, so how this cell has got this potentiality here? Firstly, the cell should be healthy. Irrespective of any part of the plant body, explant can be excised. It may be from the shoot system, it may be from the root system, or it may be even from the leaves. So entire plant body, the cells have that capability of growing into an entire new plant only under certain condition, when it is placed in a culture medium. So this culture medium, so what happening here inside the culture medium when cell is placed? So that is main important thing here, and here the culture medium is inducing the cell to grow into an entire new plant. So let's see now what is happening in this step actually. Okay, so when the cell is placed in a culture medium, so what is this culture medium? Culture medium, it is a medium wherein it has been provided with the certain nutrients, vitamins, okay, and growth hormones as well as. To study in detail about this culture medium, we have many different kinds of culture medium which has been used for culturing of the different plant species. So for different plant species, we have different culture mediums. We'll study in detail about it in later videos. Okay. So here I told you that culture medium will be provided with some of the nutrients. Okay. So nutrients may be macronutrients or they may be micronutrients. Like say for example NPK, nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus. So this require micronutrients. So actually NPK is called as the macronutrient. Why? Because plant species require these NPK or these micronutrients in a higher concentration. That's the reason why we need NPK in the higher concentration, and it is called as macronutrients. Certain plant species also require these nutrients in a very low concentration, and such nutrients we call them as micronutrients. So what are those micronutrients? They may be molybdenum, calcium and so on. We'll study in detail about this culture medium in the later classes, but as if now this much is enough for you. Okay, so in this culture medium, these are all the some of the macronutrients and micronutrients, and even we are providing this culture medium with the growth hormones. So what are these growth hormones here? They are inducing the cell division and as well as the cell differentiation in the cell. That's the reason why we are adding these growth hormones. So growth hormones may be auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins. So there are many growth hormones. While I will be discussing about this culture medium, we'll tell you in detail. Okay. So due to the presence of all these kind of the nutrients, growth hormones and all these different components in the culture medium are inducing the potentiality in a cell to grow into the entire new plant. So this is what exactly this totipotency. Okay, so for different plant species this will vary. Okay, and entire this process will be done in the aseptic condition only in the laboratories. As I told you earlier, different plant species require the different conditions in the culture medium. So some of the plant requires high growth hormones, or some of the plant requires high nutrient content in them. So like this, so different plant species require different conditions, not only in the culture medium, also in the laboratory conditions. Okay, so some of the environmental factors also affect this. So environmental factors like temperature, water, moisture, pH. Okay, so some plants, usually long day plants, okay, they require long duration of light. So some there are some plants which are short day plants wherein they do not require light in an higher amount. So this is how the thing varies in different plants. Okay, so here when cell is placed in the culture medium, there is an intermediate stage. After attaining the intermediate stage only, these cells will grow into an entire new plant. So what is that intermediate stage is called? It is callus. Okay, so cell, after placing it in a culture medium, it will enter into an intermediate stage is called as callus. So callus will be in the form of proliferated mass. Okay, you can't even differentiate it. So this is how it will be. So proliferate mass of a cell is what is called as callus. So here the callus, all the cells which comprises the callus is called as totipotent cell, and all those cells have capability of regaining back into the normal plant body. So actually this cell is taken from the healthy normal plant body, right? And later when it is placed in the culture medium, it has showed the intermediate stage called as callus, and all the cells which comprises this callus we call it as totipotent cell. And this name has been given because they have, so all the cells which comprising this callus have capability of regaining into the normal plant body from where it is originated. As I told you earlier, cells from any part of the plant body can be derived for the process of plant tissue culture. Getting? So here usually cells from the apex region has been selected for this purpose. Why? Because that is the only region wherein it won't get infected very easily. Okay, so that's the reason why we are selecting the cells from the apex region. Even if you select the cells from the nodal region or even from the internodal region, they will be having that capacity. But majorly from the apical region, the cells are preferred because that is the only region wherein the infection is very much less comparatively with the other parts of the plant body. Getting? So this is how. And usually here the tissue, in case of tissue culture, we prefer only the plant tissue culture rather than the animal tissue culture. Why? Because the cells, almost all the cells of the plant body have this totipotency in them. That means the genetic potentiality in them to grow into the new plant. Okay, that too in a controlled condition. As I said you, here it will be placed in a culture medium and also in the aseptic condition. So these are all some of the controlled condition in case of this plant tissue culture. Now you might have got a doubt that why this tissue culture can't be done in case of animals. So first and foremostly, comparatively with the plant cells, animal cells are very much fragile. Getting? Plant cells have high immune power comparatively with the animal cells. That's the reason why I told you animal cell is very fragile in nature. Now you can ask me that is it the animal cell is unfit for the purpose of tissue culture? My answer is no. Why? Because I said animal cell is fragile. That's the reason why we can't do the tissue culture process in that. But still, the stem cells which are present around the umbilical cord, they have this totipotency in them. They can be grown in the culture medium to get an entire new organism, or even you can get new organ. Getting that too by the process of cloning. So that is very much important here. Cloning. So without the process of cloning from the animal cell, it is highly difficult to get an entire new organism or the organ. Why? Because due to the less immune power, it has got the fragile nature in it. So hence the reason the stem cells which are present around the umbilical cord can be used for the tissue culture purpose only after the process of cloning. So, and the entire process of this is called as therapeutic cloning. Therapeutic cloning. Hope you like this video. Please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Also, never miss an update from me. So stay tuned. See you in the next video. Until then, take care.